JF from Screen Kernels. I have a feeling that we were stuck in a part of the game here, right at the beginning, in a boring, puzzly part or whatever it was. So don't even remember how to play this. Oh no, we weren't. Oh no, we might have been. I think it's when I go to the auction house. Woohoo! Oops. Oh, I did miss being Spiderman. Was that the room poster? I think that was Tommy Rizzo. No, it's not. Was that? Is that the room poster? No, it wouldn't be in New York, would it? Get into the black. Okay. Yep. Why did I think this was the room poster? That was unnecessary. But yeah, I'm really making time to play Days Gone, which apparently it's a really cool survivor game. But is it me or I ran out of webs? True, possibly. Wait, where do I need to go? Oh, okay, it's there. Yeah, I think this is going to be the boring part.
Better find a back way.
I think that I know what this part is. It's really boring. No ID. What did you teach her? Did he see something he shouldn't have seen? He, she, Z.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
No one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
It's a maintenance thing you need to do every now and again.
The silent alarm was dismissed. Masked gunmen in a single hospital.
Suggest like once a year or every 6 months type. Really depends, but
Can do. Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
why have I got to do this quietly? Yeah, desktop is always easier. Oh, that is pretty cool.
cozy set up like that. Really hope these guys aren't trying to claim Kingpin's territory.
I remember getting lost like here at some point. I got lost. It wasn't here. I got past this, but then I got lost, and that's why I stopped playing. To be fair, I think that if I stop playing, I'll get like the game will download a lot faster. The other game, because I'm streaming and shit. So, whoopsie. There we go.
Whoa, careful. You stay quiet now. Someone's coming. See me down here.
You do?
Move it, Pete. Bad guys are getting ready to be bad.
Just get one then. Oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, Max.
Hey, what is that?
Mm-hmm. They allegedly work better and are better. Allegedly. But as in they allegedly perform better with lower specs than PC does. PCs do.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least was.
You can get a PC. You can get 2 PCs for that.
Robbie's got you breaking for people?
Well, Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago.
Huh?
Let me explain. Excuse me. Hi. Mary Jane wants to...
I guess it depends on what you want your PC to do as well. Like it depends on what you're gonna use it for.
I jump on things. Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Right. Okay. I'm sorry.
They're cheaper there as well, so.
Craig? No, sorry. Just it looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know. Maybe the expressionist piece? You know what? I think I can make today work.
Sure?
You're here. No moment like the present. Thank you.
If you're not gonna do much, just get a Chromebook.
We're good.
Get a Chromebook, an external hard drive, and you're set.
Look around and familiarize yourself with the items.
If all you're gonna do is check emails, go on the internet, like mainly browser stuff, like watch videos, go on the internet, play Candy Crush, that kind of stuff, then
This cut Peter open like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought. He got away, collapsed in my yard half dead, and I had to steer my dad's Cardiff driver to the ER. There's still many
yeah.
more stories.
But with Android, it's mainly used for the browser.
I remember when Fisk started illegally importing artifacts like this.
In Portugal, you'd pay 1,000 for a PC that you could get at 200 there, easy, probably, or at least 500.
Let me know when you're ready to begin. Sounds good.
Smile for the camera. Was it a good shot? Probably not. Speaking of which, I do want to take my camera out. I've been feeling the urge.
What did Fisk call this?
Well, I've been feeling like buying a new lens, but I'm trying to think myself out of it. If it got caught by customs, which it probably would. So you've got customs and shipping costs. Yeah. And I don't think it would justify even price. I mean, I think I was exaggerating. It will be cheaper, especially due to currency. But then again, I mean, well, it wouldn't justify it really, I don't think. If you get the money together and and I happen to go there soon, which I won't be going so soon. If you want stuff from India though, I can I don't know why you'd want stuff from India, but I can hook you up.
Oh, I hated this game. So tacky.
Starting with the prize. A word.
Totally Indian. Totally Indian.
Mr. Fisk has exceptional taste.
Now both of you, I guess.
Make sure you don't forget. Did you know him well before his arrest? In a professional context. I haven't known him. Let's move on, please.
They're pretty good too. Pretty reasonable at least. What I was saying is I don't know when I go there and I'll
Now this exquisite piece exemplifies the traditional Terasha.
I don't know when I'll come back when I go there, that's the thing. When I go there again, I don't know when I'll come back. I might never come back, I don't know. But if I do come back,
Your readers will want to see this. Make sure you get a photo.
what I can do is you can send me the money and I can basically bring it and then you pay for it or something on the baggage here. No, from the States.
Grab a picture, please.
picture from you, or oh.
Was there anything irregular in any of the sales you handled, Lauren?
No. No, of course not. Not that I was aware of. Notice the intricate gold inlay on the ceremonial tea set.
A friend in the DA's office mentioned that they used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was
Oh yeah, it is. Because you're gonna pay taxes on top of it, like ridiculous, exorbitant taxes on top of anything in there. They were charging like 50% more for cars or something ridiculous like that. I think they even deemed it illegal.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please.
Can't go in now. She'll see me. Wait. I recognize that statue. Gotta get a photo. That shouldn't be here.
Hello?
Yep.
Craig.
Taxes are ridiculously high.
Mike.
I was just checking with a friend of mine. I won't drop names just in case. You all know who I'm talking about. And his dad apparently like makes roughly as much as I do. He lives there in Portugal. And so we were checking, and if I lived in Portugal and I was making, which I would never ever make the same amount of money that I'm making here in there doing what I do now, but if I were to ever make the same amount of money in Portugal that I make now, which would be like 40,000, say 40,000 for example, give or take. If I were to make that in Portugal, I would be paying, I think 45% in taxes. I'm paying 20% in taxes. Contrary to popular belief, tax cuts are not evil. They're pretty good. At least for people.
It is most definitely a threat.
Needless to say that on one hand you're talking about a country that does nothing, absolutely nothing for its people. Wages skyrocketedly high, and versus a country that does a lot for its people.
Sure, Craig.
If you told me, like, Mike, like if you told me that, like, if we had Portuguese taxes here, I'd be like, okay, I can see where the taxes are going.
Hold on. Was that?
I can see where the money's going. You know?
Never mind.
Most people either rely on help, some rely on help, others rely on criminal activities, others are lucky enough to know someone at the right place and get a job that's really good.
That's the Neo behind them. But it looks different.
Oh yeah, same happened to my mum when she got married. But his mum isn't working. Yeah, we were discussing this the other day. That's pretty bad. And for me to be saying that, Mike knows my views, because we've discussed these things a lot. For me to be saying that's quite something. It's basically like they don't consider your mom and your dad and your brother and you a separate unit. Same situation. Except you work. What am I looking at here? It says look, but yeah. I think that when people, especially when people make an effort to, like, say you got a job, they shouldn't punish you or your mum for getting a job. And I'm the furthest thing ever from a socialist. Farthest thing ever from a socialist, but or in the left. But they shouldn't penalize you for getting a job. If anything, they should reward you for trying. They shouldn't, but you know what I mean. Like, they should at least reward you by not screwing you over. Yeah, I mean, the euro will be slightly bigger than the dollar, slightly large, slightly more valuable than the dollar. But the same happened here, though. When I got laid off. I used to work at the horse place, and then, well, I moved and then worked for a day in the factory, got fired, and fired on second day, and then I was waiting around. Well, I was trying to find something, and so I was off the jobs. Eventually, I got benefits, and And I remember that a neighbor of mine said, "Do you know that the people like out back, like near the house, they do like they're like a taxi company, and they don't like they need people to wash cars for them every now and again." So I went there and I said, you know, like, I'm not doing anything. I'd like to try this. I'd like to start washing cars. So I started doing it. And yeah, started doing it. And I was getting the benefits at the time. And once I did it, like, I got paid. I remember getting a check, and then I showed them the check to the benefits people, and they basically took the money that I made working, discounted it off the benefit, and I was actually counting that I'd keep them both, so I was a bit free in the way that I was spending it, freer, like. And then I got hit with that news, and I was like, oh shit. I'm not understanding. What the hell do I need to do with this? Okay, it's yellow, and depends on the drink.
Statue can move. Most common pose is latent. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
You know, I never thought about it that way. I'm not too much for conspiracy theories, and I'm not saying that you are. I know that you're far from a conspiracy theorist. But I did never think of that way. You might be right. Do they move? Okay. Then again, I don't know. I think it's just bad management, bad managing, bad management. I've learned to think more like Shapiro on this way, on what I'm about to say, which is, I think it's a good way to look at things. He usually says, I usually hear him say, I never attribute to malice what I cannot attribute to stupidity. So, like, first attributes to something happens. First, if you can't only attribute it to malice, if you can't attribute it to stupidity or incompetence, and in this case, I really do think it's a matter of stupidity and incompetence, and a lot of corruption too. A lot of corruption. people that benefit off of certain deals they do.
Closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
So how do I get the right palm facing forward? Because I can only control that arm. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd say corruption is malice, sure, but I'm saying like stupidity. I'm saying I'd be quicker to attribute it to stupidity and not knowing how to manage than I would be saying that it's all a ploy to keep people desperate. Which it might be. I don't know.
Hands move separate from my arms.
Oh yeah, the right palm is that. Sorry. Oh yeah, they don't give two craps about it.
Left arm down, right palm facing forward. Nice. So close. But a piece is missing. I've seen these before. That's not right.
They don't really care there though. To be fair, I can get it. I can get why they don't care. If they're a private company, which I think they are, I'm not even sure if they are, like in the case of Portugal. I think they are private. If they're a private company, I get it. Because they're not a charity, they're a company. If it's a state, then sure. What the state could do is step in the way, step in the middle and say, we'll get your electricity bill because it's too cold, or your water bill because it's too cold or too warm. We have to get it. Or the state could say, you're not allowed to cut it because of this and that. I think it's because when the bank does get bailed out, they have a lot more power to make more money and stuff like that than to give them a return. Yeah, the state could pay for electric, I guess. And water under certain circumstances. I wouldn't oppose. I wouldn't oppose that. Okay, where do I shove this? Is it here?
Fits, but it's not the right one.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I'm trying several weights. Why would he be weightlifting? So I guess it's going to be that. I mean, it's like when you try a set of keys. Norman Osborn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm waiting to play what's it called? Days Gone.
Excuse me, sir.
Speaking of which. Oh, it's still way too late.
In there. I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
This is the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, whoever these masked guys are, they're after this fire. I'll never get it out of here. The place is swarming with them.
Right. Okay. You hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
Did she change her perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
Oh, cool. Oops.
How about that file? What's in it?
Oh, shit. I don't know how they beat me up so easily before.
Not much, Shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight.
What am I doing? No. Was it R? There it is. Whew. Okay.
Keep it tight, mate.
Oh no. Screwed up again.
Easy does it.
Okay, room is clear. One room at a time. Clear this out before I continue. Hey, I remember that.
Oh, hi guys. Oops.
That's all of them. MJ.
No. That guy was disrespecting women.
No.
I'm still not very oh, so many of them. Where the hell did you all come from? I'm not the best at fighting on here. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh shit. I would die so many times at Sekiro. Thing is, I thought these guys would be easy to beat. But I might actually need to, like, start fighting smart as opposed to just lunging at them. Oh no, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, they didn't. And the gameplay itself is not the smoothest. Having played Spider-Man games before, that is. That's kind of what put me a bit off of it, but... Not the fact that it wasn't easy, but... I don't find the gameplay as smooth as it could be. Oh no. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die. Do I regenerate health by myself, or...? Oh, Thor wannabe. I got killed by the Thor reject. Press up for health. Okay. Oh shit, got smacked across the face. Oh, so the focus bar gives me invincibility, doesn't it? No, apparently not. Wow, I really need to learn some moves on this. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's a good old... No. No. Come on, Thor reject. Fucking Thor rejects keep beating me up. So I found a good one for these guys. For the Thor wannabes. I'm gonna call them Chris Hemsworths. Oh no. You just web them and then that's it. Don't face off against them when they've got the hammer. I do love, like, going between their legs. That sounded a bit better in my head, but, like, you know, sliding in between. Seeing a bit. Oh, that's pretty good.
Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from. Josh, right.
I just told you. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts. Never said I did. Hi, Mary Jane Watson, baby. You will not write a word of what you saw. What do you know about the file as Master Constable? I don't. What about the long history of stolen goods Visca's laundered at this auction house? Your editor will be hearing from our attorney. Nix. The last 6 months never happened.
but I'm still glad you make a surprise.
Best in the city.
So, what's the better with Hugo?
Well,
Is this Harry?
yeah, well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with the legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, with your mask, guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. It's your turn.
I feel like we're spinning your story there. Let's not make us about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscar could have you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to hit.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius' work will help millions. Right where I want, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard him talk like that before.
I'm not gonna change in 6 months.
Why would you ask me, Harry?
Oh, just dinner between friends.
Friends. Is that what we are?
I mean, we could be, if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
Yeah,
See you, mate.
is that so bad? I mean, baggage can...
Hopefully Days Gone
too, like,
will be. But then again, it was very, very slow. Then again, I am streaming and playing, so I don't expect it to be the fastest.
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Love seeing you two together again.
Oh, Stan.
My favorite.
Rest in peace, Stanley. Apparently there won't be. I thought there would be. There were rumors of there being. Of him having filmed, you know, the Far From Home cameo before he died. But apparently the rumors are being a bit off now. So I don't think there will be a cameo.
Hey, me! What's with the units heading down third?
Like our old friend Herman Schultz back again.
Shocker! Didn't you just get paroled?
Yeah, well, I guess it didn't take.
No worries. Herman's just a cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime. Just had dinner with my ex after saving her from mass criminals. And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people.
Shocker? Is it the Shocker? Shockwaves to rob people. Sounds like the Shocker. Could be someone else. Maybe no. I think it's law school, man. Law school making people's hair go white or gray.
Don't worry, Doc. I make a point not to leave anything there. But I know my friend appreciates you looking out for him. There's a lot of people who don't like him very much.
I've got like 4 or 5 black hairs, like not black hairs, white hairs somewhere. I've seen them, but I don't see them all the time. Sometimes I see them. I even start thinking, am I seeing things? Are they really there? Am I the only one that sees them? But I've got them there, just like saying hi, just like 4 or 5 somewhere.
Officers respond. Witness report of an active drug deal. Available officers, please proceed to Brian. Over.
Got a bad case of Benjamin Button. Well, you know, there's actors that, like Keanu Reeves, that it's been around since like 1800s, according to that painting, and they never age. Will Smith, Keanu Reeves, and so you're the opposite, probably.
Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate.
Well, that is a bit far. See, this is one of the reasons I want to see New York. I keep seeing it in video games and in movies, and it's... I'd love to go there because, like, so used to seeing it. Yeah, and by the way, this is not Louisville, like the guy was saying. Do you remember that guy at the Galt house? Looking outside the window, he was like, yeah, this is like New York City. Guy was on some heavy crack, I think. One, he probably never saw Atlanta. Atlanta was pretty good looking. Like, if I had to say anything looked like New York City, I'd say it was Atlanta. If I was dropped there, they know where, like, didn't have a clue where I was at, and someone told me you're in New York, I'd probably believe it. I'd know that I wouldn't be anywhere that I knew or that I had seen from any movies, but I would love to see it just because of that. That's why I'm actually looking forward to High School Spider-Man, High School Musical Spider-Man, the second one, because it's in Europe and in some of it's in London, so, and it's a city that I've actually been a couple of times already, so I'll be excited to see. It's gonna sound wrong, but I really want to see the Tower Bridge explode and burn and stuff. NSA, if you're listening to this, or police, if you're listening to this, I'm kidding. I want to see it in a movie because it's a familiar place, and it's like my favorite place in London. Is that area, the Tower Bridge and stuff. But seeing it on the screen, I'm gonna be like, oh wow, I've been there, and I've been there, and
That's what you said last time. Wow, that's considerate.
yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, you don't need to see the first one. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
Wait, I forgot. You don't have emotions.
I mean, it's okay, but guess if you liked stuff, I used to be quite into that. Oh, if you like stuff like the Vampire Diaries, like shows like the Vampire Diaries, all sappy and filled with like social messages and stuff, then you'll love it. But it's a bit heavier than the Vampire Diaries, as in more sappy than the Vampire Diaries. Imagine Twilight on steroids.
Now let's talk.
I didn't love it. I thought it was alright. When contrasting to Amazing Spider-Man, it's great. It's like the best thing ever. It's The Room, like it, you know, it's Inception. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life when contrasting it to the Andrew Garfield ones. I was so desperate for a rewrite of the story. Anything. If I made Spider-Man in my backyard, it would be better than Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I'd play a better Peter Parker. Oh no, I'm getting shot.
Gotta move. Can't lose him.
No. I remember Spider-Man for PlayStation 1 when we had a mission kind of like this, but it was to get Venom. And that was pretty annoying too, because I'd failed pretty bad. Oh, we used to have a... Well, I'd say we used to. We still do. I'm not sure what he does now, but in Portugal we used to have a TV host called Herman. I did not remember that, actually. No. X does what I thought X does. Oh, that X. I thought, well... Sometimes it... Oh, shit. Drops you off the webs. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Because I messed up there. Oh, shit. I'm thinking of getting a driver's license, but I'm not sure if I'll do it in the States or here. In a way I want to do it here because it would be easier, and another way I'd like to do it in the States, but I'm not sure. He is? Fuck, do your web thing, Spider-Man, please.
You must be desperate, which means you're not just feeling for yourself. You must be working with someone, or for someone. You tell me who it is now, or let me punch it at you later. Your choice.
Oh, I would love to see it, like, if in the movie they went to a residential area in London. I would love to see how they'd explain how they would explain the web swings, because like it's all like tiny houses, so I'd love to see how he'd swing about. Like all basically ground houses, so no skyscrapers or anything. So if he did it, he'd literally be doing it at the sky, like probably going off of pigeons or something, or seagulls and pigeons and. Speaking of seagulls and pigeons, where's my phone? I don't know what that has anything to do with seagulls and pigeons,
Good
but.
work, Spider-Man. Did you learn anything about his mother?
I tried. He's not very talkative. Plus, I think he do.
You have that effect on a lot of people.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate it.
Yeah, that does happen. I think he runs out of webs, doesn't he?
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
A friend of mine said that.
Looks like I got some free time.
I surprisingly like John Wick
Oh, it's MJ.
3.
Hey, MJ. Late?
Just
checking up on the news. Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker today.
Yeah, he was unusually combative. Anyway, thanks again for dinner.
I didn't fall asleep, which was great.
How about a favor? You still have that mask from the gallery?
Yeah, I'm actually on my way to the Feast Center now to ask Martin Lee about it.
Martin Lee? Why?
He has a degree in art history. If anyone knows about the origins of that mask, he will.
Just keep me in the loop. Like I said, I think there's a bigger story here, and I plan to be the one to break it.
Sure. So I can call you, like, whenever?
Yeah, whenever, whatever.
Oh no, I'm going in the house, am I not? It wouldn't surprise me if they just pretended they were buildings.
Almost morning.
Oh yeah, did you know there's another episode of Game of Thrones next week, by the way? It's a 2-hour movie, 2-hour episode about the making of the last season and stuff like that.
Mr. Lee's usually in his office.
No, high school Peter again.
Don't think about it. Just stop thinking about it.
I think this game is a bit boring as well, because like I expect to be out there just. This looks like one of the hotels we stayed over in Kentucky. I don't know. I expect to just be roaming around helping people. I wanted Infamous, and I got this. I meant the one with the crack dealers. No, the one in Elizabethtown. The last one. With the crackhead for at the reception. Do you remember the crackhead at the reception? The one in Indiana was this probably the shittiest hotel I've ever been to in my life. So get this, Luis. It had a pool, which was good, but our room, even though it was on the top floor, the pool was on the bottom floor. Our like the room area, like the full hallway of it, it was all carpeted, and the whole hallway was like really, really squishy. You could almost like, it was almost like desert sand, like you could almost sink into the floor. It was like really like super wet and squishy. To be fair, we got out once we had to check out. We didn't have any more nights, so we kind of had to get out. But
Found this piece.
but
She wanted an expert opinion on it. I know you have a degree.
And this might be the first time I'm actually using
wait.
it. See what you have.
And not even that, but like, imagine if it gets mildew.
Where'd she find it?
That
Really not sure.
whole section would be quarantined if it gets mildew.
Seen one in years. This symbol here roughly translates demon. My father read me a ghost story. That mask and symbol when I was young. Scared the hell out of me. Peter, listen. That mask is... It could be connected to dangerous people. Mary Jane might want to find a different story.
Do you think she's in trouble?
Why take a risk?
Yeah, but or just what's it called? Tile. Tile would be good. Or like the hotel was very humid. You could probably grow mushrooms on the carpet. It was terrible.
He even said you should drop the story.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, makes sense. Demons, huh? Get your name. Okay, right.
I think Days Gone is days from downloading. To be fair, it's not helping that I'm streaming, really. I did want to warm this up because I haven't played on PlayStation for probably about a year. I don't even know. Like, and I hate that Days Gone is a PS4 exclusive because I would have loved to have gotten it on PC, and because I like streaming on Facebook better than I do here.
Man, was I a dork.
Because on Facebook I actually get views, and on here I don't. So. Okay, why are you looking at kids, Peter?
Misses you.
Oh, is that you? It's probably Peter. Yeah, by far. I'd say the Galt one was second best, like, in Louisville. I do too. I miss all the crackheads on the Uber scooters. Just imagine them actually like riding people on them. That'd be like giving you rides on the scooters. That'd be fun. I don't know how they could afford it, and they all had smartphones apparently, and they were like on the Uber scooters. He wasn't creepy, he was nice. Is it Dylan or Tim or something? The old guy who wanted us to get married there, basically. Who was pitching the whole big room that says you look like New York City. What's embarrassing is a Spider-Man game where you have to fucking go around and look at furniture. That's what's embarrassing. Maybe. Nobody did frequent that hotel, to be fair. Then again, March. Who goes to hotels in March, really? Thing is, I can't even run. Oh, I can run. I was gonna whine about it, but very little. There's actually a convention in October. You know that Heroes and Villains convention I was supposed to go to, but I'm not. They're going to do one in Atlanta in October. Oh yeah, was the San Diego already? Because Brittany was going to the San Diego one, wasn't she? I just like swinging.
Oh, it's just a story Mary investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps. I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
I'm just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I really liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think you remind him of himself when he was younger. Both so smart.
Well, the admiration is mutual. You've got a good boss.
I'll tell him you said so. Love you.
I was gonna say I should go to VidCon at one point, but I would have liked to have gone in like 06 or 07. When I like when Shane Dawson was funny and or maybe I think we talked about this. Maybe we just outgrew him. Or maybe we just outgrew Shane. Is this the Trump Tower? Nah. Actually, it would be funny to find it. And you don't have any holidays, so... And I could do it, but I wouldn't be able to go for Christmas. And I have told you that I've been to America twice. I do want to go home for Christmas. Sorry, but I kinda would like that. Yeah, VidCon. Well, apart from people who aren't really YouTubers, like Ben, Crowder, Joe Rogan, and even it, like they wouldn't go either. Like, I don't think they would go. I doubt. I can very unlikely see them at VidCon. By name and stuff, I mean, I know PewDiePie, who will probably also wouldn't show up. So PewDiePie, Gloria Borger. Some people think they're the same, but completely different. It's the integrity of Gloria Borger. Oh, I would love to see Auntie Fee. Rest in peace too. She probably would go, because she was just like starting up on YouTube, getting traction and that. I probably could see her there, and she's from LA as well, so probably see her. I'd say Ray William Johnson doesn't really do anything anymore. I think he does, but like not really. Logan Paul, seen a couple of videos, but
What do you think you're doing?
know him by name mostly.
Stop that right now.
Sexy Phil used to be, because I'm going to be all hipster now, but I used to watch Phil DeFranco way before he started doing the news and stuff.
It's Norman.
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
The grant agreement you signed has strict...
He used to do videos with Shane all the time.
This is your first violation.
One of them, oh yeah, and he starred on a pretty cool YouTube show at the time, called Two Pimps. Do you remember that?
For your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to...
I guess Steve Green, if he's still around, because he was still from that time too. Shane, just for the sake of it, because he'd probably be there, and you know, just for the hell of it, really, like, be like, I'd meet him and be like, hey man, you used to be funny. What the hell happened? He'd probably be like, well, you used to be a 14-year-old, or 15-year-old, so...
Harry will be coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you're always talking about. This is opportunity knocking.
Justine, again, for the nostalgia factor, she's probably still doing like 20 different channels like she used to do. Freddie Wong, if he's still, I think he's the owner of like Rocket Jump Productions or something, so or Rocket Productions. Now I don't think he does videos like he used to. Joe Nation, if he's still doing stuff. Again, nostalgic. Like, I tell him, man, do some more Bob Thunder stuff. That might be actually, but
Call him. Ask him to talk to his dad.
what else?
No, he never listens to Harry. Even tried to kill funding for his research station. Hey,
Harvey from
station's nearby. Should see how they're doing while Harry's in Europe.
Epic Meal Time.
Some way to hit Doc. I'll think of something.
I'd show him pictures of Francis English and say, you gotta go to Porto and you gotta try this and get inspiration. He's probably not doing Epic Meal Times anymore anyway, so, but I have no idea what anyone's up to anymore. Any of the old school YouTubers. And the thing is, I remember at the time when I started on, like, catching on to the YouTube train back in 07 and 08, I remember you and other people saying referring to other YouTubers as old school YouTubers, even back then. So, which would have been, well, YouTube has been around, would have been around for like 3-4 years back then. So,
It's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him. I'll do what I can to help.
maybe Rhett and Link. Dave Ramsey, although highly doubt he'd do a VidCon, much like Ben and the other guys. They really just use, I feel, they really just use YouTube as a platform to distribute it. They're not culturally YouTubers or whatever that may mean. They're not basically kids in their bedrooms doing stuff.
What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Who would you see on YouTube?
Footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's pretty. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bay.
Officers be advised, a mugging was just reported. Officers to your grammar lead, please report. Peter, I'm looking into the demons. Sounds like they've quietly established a power base in the vacuum left by Fisk.
Vacuum I created. Long time no see.
I always think of creating stuff like a movie or videos, but then I end up procrastinating and I never write anything. I wish I'd just snapped and were like, gonna write something, not gonna get out of here until I finished it, write something and then commit to doing it and do it, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. Oh, another. Now you reminded me of someone I'd see who would definitely not show his face. Two people, actually. Now that you mention that. So one of them, How to Basic, and the other one, Ownage Pranks. Yeah, those two are definitely not showing each other. I mean, showing themselves. Oh, pressed up and got killed again. I won't play for long, to be fair. I'm really sleepy and the game isn't downloading as far as I keep streaming. It's not going to download too fast, so I'll probably lose with this guy again, lose against this guy again, and then I'll call it a day. Oh well. I'll try again and then I'm happy that the sound is good though. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Oh. Yeah, very well. See you guys. Hopefully, I mean, if it drastically improves the speed of, and if I haven't fallen asleep, and it actually improves the speed dramatically of download, I'm not even playing now. I'll play. I'll get a start on Days Gone, but I doubt it will be today. Might be tomorrow. But hey yo, see ya.